Finally, a stage allowed a little respite for the competitors. The profile reduced risk of gaps. Two Frenchmen won today, Alain Duclos in the bikes category and Stéphane Peteroncel in the cars, not fast enough, though, to thread the provisional leaders. This edition of the Dakar is one to forget for Cyril Desprez. After suffering mechanical problems on Wednesday, he got lost on Thursday. The title holder is far from the leader Marc Comin. 2 hours separate the former teammates. I'm looking for something, a good moment, but another dark day. Alain Duclos, on the contrary, has been consistent since Rosario. So far so good for the Frenchman, and today it went even better as Duclos took the stage win at last. The Charcot rider was the fastest on the tracks between Tucumán and Salta, where soil and stones replaced sand and dunes. He made the difference in the last section of the 400-kilometer-long special. In fact, at the beginning, Marc Comin put his foot down. The Spaniard raced the first 43 kilometers in 27 minutes 38 seconds, a 95 km/h average speed. The overall leader clocked in 1 minute 15 behind Duclos at the finish. It's really my favorite type of terrain, and I took advantage of that to push and make a break. I had a bad day 2 days ago, so I'm very happy. The rest day is coming at the right time. It may be a year for the underdogs. After a good performance by Jordi Viladoms in Stage 5, today Michael Mech climbs on the stage's podium less than 2 minutes after the winner. Barret-Abort and Desprez crossed the line less than 3 minutes after Duclos. Gaps were not too big today. As a consequence, the general classification doesn't change much. Comin is still 40 minutes ahead of Barreda and more than 1 hour ahead of Duclos. Since the start, over 100 bikers have given up. Today, Chaleco Lopez joined the list after he crashed at kilometer 211 in the bed of a river. He is okay, but his bike is unusable. As announced, this stage was not meant to create large gaps between the cars either. Stéphane Peteroncel took this stick stage, trailing Nani Roma, the overall leader, by a half hour. The Frenchman wins his second stage and reduces the gap with Roma by 6 minutes. The Spaniard remains at the top of the standings. This time nobody got lost, and Peteroncel, like his teammates, stayed out of trouble. The other favourites all arrived within 10 minutes except Argentina's Villagra. The pilot renews good performances since the start in Rosario. The battle plan is tough for us. We're behind. We don't have to control the situation. I'm not interested in second, third or fifth position. Only victory is beautiful. Mini confiscated the top spots at the finish with Nasser Al-Attiyah and Orlando Terranova stepping on the podium. Geniel de Villiers also raced straight to Salta without mistakes. The South African took his Toyota to the 4th position ahead of Carlos Sainz. These two men with Christian Lavieille are the only non-mini drivers to appear in the top 10. At the general standings, Nani Roma, like his countryman in bikes Marc Comin, has a nice lead. His first pursuer is more than 30 minutes behind. When Mark Davidson, a biker from Australia, gets to the bivouac of Stage 3, 10 minutes before the limit, he just spent 27 hours on his motorbike. Exhausted, he can't imagine taking the start of the following stage minutes after.
27 hours to complete 230 kilometers. You wouldn't think it's possible.
Kevin Muggleton, a road companion who had to withdraw the day before, motivates his friend.
This is how fucked it is when you don't make it. I'm fucking going home today. Okay? It hurts like this.
The words struck a chord. Davidson gets back on the saddle thanks to Muggleton's help. He won't finish the stage. On the Dakar, when times are so hard, men stand together. Alain Duclos' consistency was rewarded today with the success in the bikes category. Marc Comin handles his 40-minute advantage over Barreda at the GC. Similar situation for the cars, even if Nani Roma conceded a few minutes today. It's not enough to modify the classification. He's still ahead of two other minis, Orlando Terranovas and Stéphane Peteroncel. The bikes and quads will set foot in Bolivia for the first time on Sunday with an arrival in Uyuni at more than 3,000 meters of altitude, next to the largest salt lake in the world, the Salar de Uyuni. The cars and trucks won't leave Argentina, they will make a 500-kilometer loop around Salta.